Good morning, friends. Good morning, class. How are you today? Have you had your breakfast? Not yet? It's okay. If you haven't had your breakfast, I have 3 chocolates for 3 students who can answer the exercise well. So please enjoy the lesson and put close attention. So, you have watched this slide for some seconds, right? Ronnie said to Andre, "Hey Andre, how was your tour to Chiwide? How did you feel about the tour?" What do you think Andre's answer will be like? Well, actually, Andre answered like this. "Oh, that tour is so exciting. I was so excited." Nah, this is the thing that we are going to discuss about. Today we're going to discuss about participial adjectives. In today's grammar lessons, we will talk about this briefly. So let's discuss about the activities that we're going to have. The first one is introduction to participial adjectives, which we already done. And then the second, how and when to use the adjectives. And then exercise. And the last one is sharing. Okay, let's move to the first activity, to the second activity. Well, I will briefly explain about what participial adjectives are. Okay, so let's move my face here. Okay, nice. We can transform verbs into adjectives by adding suffixes like ed and ing. Still confused? It's okay. Let's discuss a bit more. Well, participial adjectives usually appears before a noun or after linking verbs. So you can notice it is a participial adjective if it comes before a noun or after linking verbs. And there are 2 types of participial adjectives. The first one is present participle. The second one is past participle. The present participle ends in ing, while past participle ends in ed. Now, would you please mention a verb and add ing behind it? Well, the example of present participle is like annoying, disturbing, exciting. Now, imagine another noun. Another verb, and add ed behind it. Right, the examples of past participle are like excited, annoyed, disturbed. Now, what is the difference between disturbed and disturbing, annoyed and annoying? Well, guys, you have to remember the use. Present participle usually describes quality of a person, thing, or idea. It is the cause of a feeling. Do you remember what did Andre say? Right. The trip was so exciting. The trip was so exciting. It means the exciting describes the quality of the trip. The trip is fun. Andre went to many places, and therefore the trip is exciting. While past participle usually tells us how people feel about something or someone. Just like Andre. The trip was so exciting. I was so excited. Andre feels excited. And what is the cause? Because the trip was exciting. It is quite easy, right? Okay, once again. The cause is the exciting trip. And the feeling is excited. The trip is exciting. I was so excited. So you won't, it's just like boring. If you say, I am boring, it means that you are boring. You are the person who is boring. Well, if you say, I am bored, it means like you don't feel like doing something. You are bored, maybe because the book is boring. You are bored because the book is boring. Things like that, okay? And then next, let's exercise together. Remember Ronnie and Andre, okay? Fill in the blanks with the right form. Nice to hear. Now remember Ronnie first. Nice to hear that the trip is exciting. And then, I wish I can have a very blah 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 trip like you someday. A very exciting trip. And then your story is so interesting. Nice. And then we move to the past participle. Now remember Andre. I was so excited. Come visit you today. You will be just as blah 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 as I did. Just as excited as I did. Thank you. I feel appreciated. Now you have a sense, right? Now let's move. We have to say it out loud, okay? Be confident. The feeling is excited. The cause is exciting trip. Remember that? Now you try. The feeling is bored. The cause is blah 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 book. Boring book. Nice. The feeling is blah blah blah. The cause is inspiring movie. So the feeling is inspired. Nice. You can screenshot this slide and then you can try to fill it by yourself, okay? Next, can we say these things all? First one, exciting. For example, the trip is exciting than the last trip I had in Cibaduyut. Second one, interestingest. Above all of your story, the part when you take a photo with a stranger is the interestingest. And then, a very escaped prisoner. Wow. And the last one, proved talent. I have nothing against people of proved talent. Can we say this all, guys? Would you please think about it for a minute or two? And notice, is that something wrong with this all? Okay? Now, let's discuss it together. Actually, we already arrived at the end of this presentation. This is the summary of our activity today. We already learned about participial adjectives. In short, participle is a word made from a verb. Remember that, right? And the participles appears before a noun or after a linking verb. And the participle has two types. The first type is present participle. The second type is past participle. The present participle ends in ing and past participle ends in ed. Nice. And there are some rules, friend, that we have to remember. Comparative and superlative form in participle adjective using more, most, and less. We can't use like and as like interestingest. That is not right. And then verbal participles can use very if we add adverb. Actually, we can't say a very escaped prisoner, but we can say a very newly escaped prisoner. We can add adverb, but without adverb we cannot use very to verbal participles. And then proven is such a exception. Proved is common in written form, but proven is more formal, and it is also commonly used in oral form. So we rarely using proved in oral form and formal situation. And proven precedes a noun. And just to make it easier for you guys, if you want to use or analyze participle adjectives, we have to remember the use of it. We have to focus on the intention. If we want to show our feeling, then we can use past participle. If we want to show the cause, we can use present participle. Okay, so that's all from me. I wish that it will give you new knowledge, and don't forget to always exercise and drill so that we don't forget our lesson. I hope that helping. Thank you so much for listening to me, and please have a nice day.